And we're live. Welcome back. Good evening. And yes, Ozzy, Happy New Year. Hope everyone had a good New Year's. I certainly did. Just hung out with the family and ended up watching the Twilight Zone marathon that we watch every year, and then also playing Mario Kart Double Dash at the same time. There's a benefit of having two TVs at the same time. CRT is under the flat panel, so we can do both at the same time. But hope everyone had a good New Year's and is not too hungover today. I think I managed to thread a needle there pretty well, no problem. So, um, was trying to think of what to play, and I had a couple ideas this time. But someone actually on Twitter suggested, Joseph, if you're on here, thank you for the suggestion. Otherwise, maybe you'll join later. But he suggested Betrayal at Krondor, which I actually bought as a Goodwill for like 99 cents like a couple years ago, but I never played it. I remember seeing the ads for this, but I never ended up playing it. I know it's a role-playing game with, multiple characters in a party, that kind of thing. This is obviously the CD-ROM release that came out later. I did look up this game a little bit from the original floppy release. Didn't sell so well, so then when they released the CD version, that's when it took off, if you will. So as far as I know, this CD should work, but if not, I did download, if Ted joins here, or if he's already here, I did download Exodus finally, the entire collection. I know I've been talking about that or hem and hawn on it, and then I realized that my NAS that I use for my retro purposes has like probably 850 gig free on it. It's like, well, alright, so I just started a torrent to download there, and that's finished. So I do have the Exodus version of this available as well, should this not work. But I'm excited to have that collection, because it's, if you're not familiar with Exodus, it's just a huge collection of verified, tested DOS games. I think it's to the tune of like 600 gig or something like that, or 590, I think the download was now. And that gives you the full games, installation, all the stuff needed for them. So good one to have, especially for me, since I hop machines so much. If nothing else, even live streaming is fun, but then when I make videos and I also want to show a game that I don't have, because behind me are a lot of games, but I found myself right before the stream now browsing around on eBay again, looking for big box games, because I haven't bought for a while, and it's like starting to feel the itch a little bit, and I got in there more big box games. So anyway, we're going to try and install this. We are playing on the HP Vectra 48666, which I think should be a good match for this game. We'll see. I found some information online that said that it might have a little problem if it's too fast. Actually, see a interesting stain on here we're going to try and get rid of. Oh, thing to wipe here somewhere. There we go. No one shoot me. I'm not using a proper disc cleaner, but I think this might be enough. Older discs were usually pretty hardy, so I also went ahead and cleared out the hard drive a little bit on this guy, because it has a 400 meg hard drive or so, and this game, based on what I saw, requires a 15 meg full installation. So I need to take a look and see. I did clear out some stuff, so alright, nice. Congratulations on buying your first car. That's always super exciting. Get a little more mobile. It's an exciting way to start the new year for sure, but one that is financially draining. So hopefully you're happy with your purchase, because the big purchase always make you a little nervous, but then usually you're happy after the fact. So let's see. We have install. Run that. Apparently this does support the MT32, but we're not playing on the MT32 connected machine right now. Apparently the CD version, from what I read, actually installs with a full recording of the proper MIDI stuff, so CD audio basically. This program will let you install. See, I have 70 meg free. I cleared out some stuff on this guy, so. Music, roll on MT32. Yeah, I want to change that. So we want, okay, so this installs the, not general MIDI. We want Sound Blaster AdLib. Sound Blaster card. There we go. Accept these choices and begin installation. I think I should have enough memory. I did look up a little bit. We'll see. Accept these choices and begin installation. I'm going to put this in games. Trying to get this machine a little more organized. I realized I've just been scatter shooting games onto this thing for a while, and trying to, let's see. The installation will not copy part or all of Betrayal of Krondor onto your hard drive. If you choose only a partial install, music will play only through. So you get a full or not. So we're going to do a full installation. 15 meg. Whew. A little hot there. Nice. Yeah, you still have a 5700 XT. That's a good card, too. It's from what I understand, it's still a really good car. But yeah, it's a nice car. Nice that you got a new machine to ride around in. So that's a nice one to have. An all-wheel drive. I'm not sure where you live as far as like season and everything, but I live where we get a lot of snow. We have like a foot of snow on the ground now, and it's super helpful to have all-wheel drive to get around for sure. Nice car. Congratulations. If you're not sending your Dynamics warranty registration card, please take a moment to fill it out now and mail it. I will not, because I only have this, as I said. Yeah, I love to go thrifting again too. That's kind of the stinky part. It's like I look at, for a while there, I had some kind of a general stream of stuff coming in, be it through local marketplaces, Craigslist, going to our local. We have a Good Bites store in town here that actually has specifically just computer stuff, but once the people that go there figured out what they have, they started getting just cleaned out all the time. That's where all the big box games ended up. That's where all the computer retro stuff ended up, and people just swooped it up right away. And I saw people going around looking at eBay as they were looking at the things on the shelf, so kind of dried up there too. But then I just don't feel necessarily comfortable going out and just thrifting just for the sake of thrifting. It's not like I need more stuff. I got plenty of projects, but you miss out on that kind of like ingestion of stuff. So. But anyway, I only have the CD, which does have information on how to... So the CD version apparently came with hints, like a hint CD and some behind-the-scenes stuff. And that's actually on there and how to run that from Windows. Krondor hints. But we're going to play this game blind. As I understand it, it's a fairly complicated RPG that was quite hailed at for its time. It's like a story-driven, based on a book series. And it became canon, apparently, in the book series, this game after the fact. The author wrote a subsequent book that followed the story of this game, so... hopefully there's no copy protection. But if there is, we'll go to the Exodus collection and take a look. So here is that. Start up Krondor. We'll see what the audio volume is here. Enough memory. Alright, so... Oh, we only have... goodness, yeah. This is pretty bad on this machine. We could make a boot disk, but let's try and edit. AutoExec.bat. We'll still need everything, but we don't have memory management. So let's see if we're going to switch over to the P100, because that has all that stuff. And I have an extended memory manager installed in this guy. That might be a problem. We're loading mouse, we're loading CD. Don't you love in these old machines and this kind of stuff? Like now we have to go to MIDI management. Or not MIDI, memory management. We need the Sound Blaster. That's all starting. We don't need this, I think, but that's already removed. Config.sys. We are loading a EMM3386. I don't know if it needs a CD-ROM drive to actually play the game, though. CD game, CD box, CD, Betrayal Krondor, I guess. Keep saying Condor. Read me, so let's, whoops, read me. See how much memory we do need. Information on the game. Load disk cache until the log marks a smart drive. Reduce memory, well, that's not relevant. Look for just a memory. Otherwise, we may have to. Works best with Stacker if you remove the EMS or you haven't switched from your config.sys file. Maybe we'll create a boot disk then, specifically for this guy. So I got so used now to the Phil's Computer Labs boot menu that I have on the P100 that just push a button and you're done. And it's basically the most efficient one that there is. But so how much do we have? We have 563K. That is clearly not enough. Question is if we need the CD-ROM drive or not. Edit AutoExec.bat. We'll take away the CD-ROM drive temporarily. We'll need the mouse. It is installed to disk, but it probably needs it. We're loading in high already. Because I could grab the setup menu for all this stuff, but maybe we'll just make a boot disk then. No, I didn't want to save it now. Alright. CD games, CD Bach CD, install. Make a bootable floppy. Let's find a floppy. Hopefully one that works. Nope, that one has stuff on it. Oh, wow. Yeah, old stuff on it. I gotta find a blank one. I have a whole drawer here, but there's a blank one that hopefully works. See, that's why you watch me, so you don't have to do all this junk. And especially now that you go through, a DOSBox, it just does all of it for you, you know? Creates a floppy disk you use to boot your computer to ensure that enough conventional memory is available to run this game. The procedure will read your current configuration, which may involve searching your hard disk to find needed files. Then it will format a floppy disk in drive A and create appropriate autoexec bat and config.sys files. Not all systems support this procedure, but trying it can do no harm. Thank you. Well, let it do its thing, and we'll see what happens. It's part of the experience, right? I realize I'm still, there we go. Can't find double spaces. It's unable to move boot disk. Well, fine. Boot disk was not created. Well, jeez. I think that edit autoexec.bat. I don't think I was using the, so smart drive is not in there. I was trying to find double space. DOS. Oh, I forgot. I'm about to switch to the P100 just because I'm don't want to spend half the night just mucking around with memory stuff on this machine. But I remember this too. It was like you got like a new game, and it was so messy on memory that like, nope, you can't run it, and that was it. It's not like you could just Google memory management at that time, and I need to go through and create the boot menu on this guy too, I think. Because it was looking for. See, it was DOS smart drive.exe. It's in there. So couldn't find double space, huh? Does it need that? Drive space bin is in the DOS directory. I was looking for drivespace.exe. CD games, CD, was it Bach CD? See what it says one more time. Make bootable floppy disk. What's missing? I was looking for the boot disk file. Double space dot sys. Why does it need that? Yes, I do wish to exit install. Yeah, there's that part. Memory management is not something you deal with anymore. Like, you buy a game today on Steam, and if your computer meets the requirements, you just go. You know, there's no tweaking and resting around, or you just press install. So there's certainly things have gotten a lot easier. CD DOS. Why is... Yeah, I guess I do not have double space on here. I don't think there's a command directory here. System now. This is Windows 3.11, so it's odd. It says running DOS 6.22. Was there anything else in box CD in the install here that gave me any information? Nope. Fine. We'll abandon our pursuit for now. We will switch over to the P100. We have to run the slowdown utility on it. We'll see what happens. If that fails, then we'll try and do the copying the EasyDOS setup and everything to this guy. But then we're spending half the night just doing memory management. So that's part of the experience, I suppose. But still, switch over to that guy. Switch over. Switch over. Look at that. It's all KVM set up here, so I can just push a button to hop to the next machine. So, and it's just a horrible mess of power cables underneath. And if you follow me on Twitter, I actually found recently they make a power strip that's, if you envision, like, it's three-sided, so it can plug into the side and to the top. So that's like 18. So let's see, we need. I'll do expanded memory and mouse and CD-ROM. Let's see what memory we get here now. And it allows you to plug in like 18, and there's a cat. Hi, cat. Cat number 1. Allows you to plug in like 18 in a small compact package. So let's see, we have 551. We'll see if that's enough. We will install the game again on this machine. Let's see. So D, install, retry. Come on, it's in there. Oh, maybe it's not. There we go. Now it's reading it. Alright, yep, we got plenty of space. We're going to switch this to a Sound Blaster. And we're going to change this to games. We've been through this already. Seems familiar. Begin installation. Bowl, please. We have the space. Yeah, I remember using QAMM in the olden days. I don't think I've used it on any of these machines here. I haven't had to so far. It's like, it seems to only happen on streams, but so far I haven't had much problem with memory management. And I really should grab, so Phil's Computer Lab again made a boot menu as well for pure DOS. The one I'm running here is easy DOS mode from Windows 98 or Windows 95, and boy, it just takes all that hassle out of it. It's almost hilarious how well it runs. Krondor, let's see if we have memory now. Do not have memory. Fine, so we're going to reboot and we're going to select one of the other options. Boy, this is a memory picky game. Want to be like that, huh? Again, you tuned in tonight to watch Memory Management, the show. Keeps going like that. Anyway, the nice part of the menu is that it has all the stuff pre-configured for you, basically, as best as you can. There's always a way to squeeze more memory out. And it wouldn't surprise me I have to start digging into deeper stuff. Some of these games are just so picky in the conventional memory. So we will do expanded memory plus mouse and skip the CD-ROM drive, see if it lets me do that. Because that gives me a lot more memory. So now we have 583 box CD. Krondor. Loading, so there we go. It doesn't need the CD, I guess. We'll see what the audio volume. Did I select the right input? Machine away on number 3. That was not the right input. There we go. Oh, it's running. I get the audio volume right here. So I don't know much about this game except that it's kind of like a, you know, fantasy first-person party management game. So we'll see how it is. At least when I read on it a little bit today, I tried to prep myself a little bit, in that it's fairly complex for its time. And as I said, it did not do very well in the original release, but then the CD-ROM one really made the game take off. So let's see. Sound music. So we have CD music unchecked right now since we don't have CD-ROM drive. So yeah, I need to take some time at some point, and I don't want to do it on stream because it would take like all night, but to just go through and like optimize memory management on several of these machines so they're more ready to go. And what I need to do after that, learn the hard way, is to take a backup of the machine after the fact. There's ways to do it through network to just extract the data from it, the hard drive, or just grab the disk out of it and then run it, of course. But oh, we have maximum detail here now. Because we are running on a way overpowered machine for this. Ooh, dragons and stuff. Let's see, it looks like the color's a little off on my capture. Let's see if I can tweak that. Stand by. Let's see, it's a little dark brown. It should be a little lighter. Contrast is fine. What's the hue like? There we go. I think that's better. Trying to like use 2 eyeballs here to look at 2 places at the same time, and also the video might be a little choppy because I'm in the menu here. There we go. That's a little closer to what it actually is on the CRT here. Oh my goodness, lots of story. Blood-soaked rags collected at that boy's feet. One by one, he tended the wincing soldier's purple wound, stitched, salved, bandaged, did what little he could in the leaping golden halo of firelight. Fortunately for his roadside patient, he could do more than most. Fingers slick with alum ointment, he worked fervently to tie off a catgut cord, then brushed the injury with a light touch that to the untrained eye would seem only a friendly pat. Others would recognize the telltale hand gesture as a magical ward against infection. Well, it's convenient. Done, Owen sighed, wiping his hand in a rust-colored cloth. No guarantees, though. The stitches may hold all the way to Lamut, and then again push too hard, and you could be bleeding like a stuck pig on Midsummer's. Ooh. You did fine, Signor Locklear replied, smiling approval before rolling down his sleeve. It'll scar, but it's good for a noble's reputation. Let the kingdom folk know he isn't resting on his laurels, and it impresses the ladies. I'll be sure to look you up in Tyburn if I ever need stitching up again. The boy accepted the compliment with humble nod while he packaged away the rest of his medical supplies. His thoughts focused instead on the third man who slumped in the shadows across from them. Despite the manacles that bound the stranger's hand and the distance that separated them, the boy felt dreadfully exposed. His avenues of escape limited should Locklear's elven-looking prisoner decide to liberate himself. A lot of text. What did he do? Owen whispered, jerking his head toward the man. Gorath? Let's just say that he had a disadvantage of being at the wrong place at the wrong time. Locklear said cautiously. He snatched a greenish apple out of his knapsack, offering one to Owen. I have to take him to Krondor. Did he kill someone? Owen asked. No, he attacked you. Signor wiped apple juice from his mouth, shook his head. No, not exactly. Well, who cut you up then? Before Locklear could reply. See if the game crashes now. Oh. Ooh, Gorath leaped forward, his chains writhing between his wrists like metallic vipers. I guess the whole thing is that it's really written like the game plays like a book. And again, it's part of like a book series, as I understand it. I can't remember exactly which one series it is, but something that's fairly popular. So it's really designed to look like, get out from underfoot, Owen, assassin in the camp. Whoa! You do chop! Do not struggle so, Hasseth. I wish to keep you alive. Drama. But be glad I do not. The goddess of death will show you greater mercy. Whoa! Just snap his neck. Woof. Chapter 1. Into a Dark Night. Escort Goran to... Okay, and here we are. And here's the game. Thinking only made it worse. Setting aside his reservations about pilfering the fallen, he decided he would take what the goddess of luck had given him. However immoral he might feel about it, he was certain his stomach would quickly assuage his guilt if he found a bit of food to eat. Oh yeah, we're taking his stuff. So, okay, you gotta drag it. Hero party. Boy, I gotta get used to the inventory system here now. A weapon. Give him all. A lot of these games like this are just really, like, complicated. Or, you know, they try to really simulate emulate. Let me fix the screen here a little bit. That's in the right spot. There we go. Try to, like, simulate a real fantasy environment, and often went pretty complicated, right? So we'll see how this one is to play. I haven't played any of these games in a long time. Spells. Am I turning? Yeah. There's a road. I guess we'll follow the road. I assume this is a button to follow said road. Okay, there we go. So now, there we go, follows the road. Whew. So yeah, we'll see how this plays. I haven't played one of these RPGs in a long time. Usually they have really complicated mechanics, especially reading up on this one. It's quite complicated, so... Joseph, I guess if you're watching this, hope you enjoy me rambling around and fumbling in this game here for a couple hours, but we do have a couple more people on, so we are playing Betrayal at Krondor, a pretty deep RPG set in the, Rift War Legacy series. Raymond E. Feist have written them. So yeah, a book series that then they made a game from, which then the game was so popular that I guess he wrote a book to describe what's happening in this one. So I guess you can read the whole story to this game later on if you're so inclined. Gorath seemed distant. Through the Mordahel, warrior didn't appear grieved though killing the assassin had followed them from the Northlands. His eyes had a baleful look in them that seemed something between hatred and rage. Several times he glanced back at the corpse that lay behind him in the dust, his thoughts unguessable from his expression. Owen, do you wish to bury him? We could do that. Alright, it is not our way. I simply am somewhat disturbed that he should come after me. He was a kinsman. There are other things that trouble me as well. Delican's assistants are slow, but not altogether stupid, and I'd like Hassett, and you'll only have me, my corpse, to drag before you to Prince Arutha. And I mentioned this before, when you get into a new fantasy setting, there's just so many fantasy names and things that's dropped in that you kind of gotta keep track of. Locklear, and he has just a fabulous mustache. That's pretty glorious. Sorry you don't get off that easy. As long as you are under my command, you are forbidden to die, Mordehel. I've gone too far too much trouble keeping you alive to bury you now. It's time that we took the chains off you. It'll be far easier for you to defend yourself if your hands are free to swing a sword again. Owen, you're not just going to set him free, are you? I thought you said he was a prisoner. He is my prisoner, Owen, but the circumstances are terribly complicated. Even if you choose to sneak off, he'd be lucky to make it to the next town alive. This is the third such assassin we run into since we left in Northlands, and I have a feeling that there'll be more waiting for us. He'll be much safer with us than I with him. As the boy would be, if he were to whisper the wrong word in the wrong ear, he could easily be the death of us. Me? Who am I going to talk to? I'm not even heading in the same direction. Oh, yeah. Picked a text-heavy game, but that's alright. These days, this would probably all be narrated, right? So, or, you know, animated, but it's still, I mean, this is like, what, the game came out like 91 or 92, and then it was re-released on CD-ROM in 93, and it's pretty impressive graphics for being pure DOS. I mean, it's a digitized picture and everything. It wouldn't matter who you talk to, Owen. There will be ears listening for word from Mordehel traveling with a noble. Damnation. Damnation. I should have thought about this when you entered camp. For the time being, you're my squire. Once we arrive safely at the palace, you'll be free to go your own way. But I have pressing business in Tyburn. This is not subject of debate. We must get to Krondor. My mission is of critical importance, and I don't have time to improvise an easy solution. The only other possible option would be to slit your throat and leave you dying. I have absolutely no desire to do that. Now let's get moving before Delican's assassins catch our scent again. They'll likely come looking when Hassett doesn't return from his mission. Well, fine then. So yeah, it looks like you're just following the road here. There we go, we'll go this way. Do I have a map here? Yeah, I do have a map. Nice. Don't know where I'm going. I have a bigger map. So where am I going? Lamut, Gaboon, Tursog, Elb Point. Just a bonanza of random fantasy names. But I mean, again, if you got this game, you probably thought it was really cool. We'll probably go to Lamut first, I guess. Was that where it came from? Where's Krondor? Oh, down there. So yeah, we should probably just make our way down here, I guess. I feel like it's not going to be that easy. It would be pretty sad if the game just like takes you down there and then you're done. So we go to Yabon. I don't know where this is going, but ooh, that's what's in here. It looks like a camp. That's probably the town then. So you can actually navigate around just by using this here. That's convenient. So how do you get to main? There we go. And it's like, you know, look at that. Especially if we move this through this town as quickly as possible. I left a wedding party here not long ago, and it might raise unpleasant questions if I were seen here again. We may need supplies. There's a shop here called the Crossroads where we might be able to pick up a few things. Otherwise, we should be cautious. Look at that. It's like 3D-ish. Pretty impressive. Right, so where is the town or the shop? I mean, I can't... I don't know which building is which. Can we go in here? Locklear knocked on the door. For a long moment he leaned against the door frame as he waited, positioning himself so he could listen for the sounds of any stirring inside. When at last it was evident no one was coming, he stepped back with a shrug. It doesn't seem that anyone's about, Locklear said. So which one is the... It doesn't have enough graphics here to actually tell you what's in each building, so... Definitely not a good. This is my aunt's house. As much as I would enjoy the opportunity to explain why I'm traveling with them more to hell, I think we should leave. Fair enough. Because it can't render, you know, the people walking around or anything. So that was exactly the same as the other one. I was trying to find the store. That lets us. Okay, alright, no one's around. So, have we been in this building yet? That's a shed. A bell rang. No sooner did Locklear managed to get the door open than he found the shopkeeper was escorting him inside. Alright, shopkeeper. The crossroads. Alright, everywhere Locklear looked, polished metal gleamed. As much as a temple of two wars and a temple of Tiff, the cramped shop offered a startling variety of weapons and armor. Buy, sell. Ooh. I don't have much money. AKA no money. Alright, so it's yours to share, the keeper said cheekily. Less expensive. Buy some whetstones, why not? I did see, I was reading through like a little bit of a starter guide just to get an idea on what I was dealing with, and I think they mentioned to buy that early on is helpful, but beyond that, I'm going in blind, so I can't afford anything else. I think it's 11. Still, I like the art design and the style and everything. It's, you know, for early 90s, this is quite cool. Alright, let's hightail out of this town. There we go. And we'll go this way. Yeah, and I'm not sure where I'm going, so just a big map. I assume I can't just go this way. It goes down to Krondor. We'll go this way here. To Tursog. If I'm right, you read that. I read that this game kind of encourages exploration. You can go just about anywhere to complete your objectives. Locklear's struggle makes sense of it all. As the enemy advanced, his concentration was in two places: in his legs, making certain of his stance and balance, and on his opponents, wondering how they had been able to track them down so quickly. All such thoughts were quickly forgotten as the enemy charged into their ranks. Here comes the combat then. Whoa! Yeah, this is more like... what's this? I don't know. If it had some flavor text or some information here, that would be really helpful. Oh, I guess that did something for him there, so... thrust! Aha! Ching! Whoa! Don't know if there's any spells or anything. Miss. It's going very well so far. Aha! Ow! Miss. So you have thrust and swing. So left is thrust, which is 52% accuracy. Swing has lower, but higher damage. We'll stick with the thrust. Oh, he hightailed. He only has the thrust because he's got a stick, so let's take the stick. Very exciting so far. There's a lot of missing. Oh, that guy's running. Kapow! There, we got him boxed in now. Take a lot of hit points. That guy's just cheesing in the background there. And he's gone. Good grief. How much damage do these guys take here? I don't know what my health is, or... there we go. Health, 40... so... okay. Yay! The battle was won. Search the body for supplies, Locklear suggested, then amended, but make it quick. If there are more waiting out there, let's not be here when they return. So that was the combat then. Cora checked the corpse. No sense being squeamish, he said, rifling through a rucksack which lay next to the body. Supplies are supplies wherever you find them. This fellow won't be needing them anymore. You're correct. And we are going to take all of it. Here at party, you can take that sword. You can take that armor. Probably something we can sell later. I'm not sure if there's encumbrance or not in this game. Let's check what these do. So that is just... Maybe we should save too. I feel this game isn't very forgiving. Hey Joseph, thanks for joining. You had the suggestion for the game, so that's the one I played. I never played this, so we'll see how this goes. I'm gonna save. I know my way around these old school RPGs enough to know that you should save a lot, because you will die. Let's check out some of these things too. So there's the left click to save bookmark file. Okay, bookmark is, I think, is a quick save. These are my bells or something. Scent of Sarg. House 5, House 7. Duration. Caster can sense trapped chest. These are the spells I have right now, then. That's the only one, so. Because, yeah, I said I'm just fumbling around because I never played this game here. I was kind of running through the wilderness to see if there's anything here. Staying off the main roads. It has the underpinnings of what I, kind of remember from Baldur's Gate. It's probably the first, like, big RPG I got into. That little area looks interesting there. Getting dark, too. That's pretty, pretty involved game so far. As far as, like, how accurate or how deep it's trying to be. Was there something here? Because it looked like there was something here. Was that there? There we go. Try to find my way around the buttons here. There's a house here. Hello. The face of the door was covered with a pattern. A strange semicircle formed of oily black smudges that joined at the iron door latch. On closer examination, it seemed that these smudges were actually fingerprints of some kind. Ooh. I really should have cleaned, I suppose. Lockhart jerked upright at the sound of the gruff voice. Padding from around the corner of the house, a balding man stopped next to Owen and held up a palm stained with black ink. A scribe tends to be quite a mess. Occupational hazard. Scribe? Among other things, he said, currently I have accepted a commission on behalf of a traveling merchant to do a survey of all the mercantile boxes in the area. He cast a knowing look at Gorath. Perhaps you will be interested in helping. Oh, side quest. And what will be profit of it? Gorath said quietly. Information, the scribe replied. I've acquired a book I think you'll find very interesting. There's a box just west of Hawk's Hollow, off the southern side of Small Hill. Find out what's in that box, and I'll give you the book. Now, leave me. I have much work to do. Let's see. A box just west of Hawk's Hollow. On the southern side of a small hill. West of Hawk's Hollow on the southern side of a small hill. So, where is Hawk's Hollow? Quite a ways away. We will head that direction. West of that, south side of a hill. My goodness. Right, we're going to try and head towards Tursog first, I guess. I'm going to have to camp out here soon. The assassin was a mercenary. Lockhart could tell by the hardened set of a Mordehal warrior's face that he hadn't hunted them down to avenge a wrong done him, hadn't chased them to collect debt. He'd come because the coin had been off the right color and the right amount. For that price, win or lose, he would fight them to the death. So, an assassin. Woo! Sliding around. Got him. I like how they're kind of sliding around. Can you not attack here now? You're actually blocked. Yeah, I guess so. I guess you have to think about strategy here. I can't see it. It would be nice if there was a grid or something, and it's also extremely dark. And realize that. Let me change the video here a little bit because it's a little brighter in the game, but not that. Where did the settings go? There we go. That's kind of more what I'm seeing. So it's still pretty dark in the game, so we'll keep it there. So we get the night atmosphere there. You are going to go over here so we can actually attack. Ching! Nice meaty sound effects there. I'm going to turn down the audio a little bit. These sound effects seem like they're a little louder. Aha! The battle was won. Search the body for supplies. Yes, yes. That's not what I wanted. I'm still getting used to the buttons here. Main, there we go. Yep, we already saw that flavor text. Ooh, a key. That could come handy. You can carry this one. We can probably sell that. That's a road. But it's really hard to see in this dark here. I guess that's the whole point. It was easier to see it on the capture there. Let's see. There's a road. Now we're following the road. Am I following the road the right way? Yes. Okay. There was a trouble ahead. Unable to pinpoint the source of his anxiety, immediately Locklear motioned for a halt. Beware, we may have wandered into a trap. Oh no. Oh, hey, what's those things? They're probably not good. I don't like the look of those. Can't attack them. Ow. Okay, I shouldn't have done that. Zap. Whoa. That was not a good choice. So apparently you have to pay attention to the things going on there. Or things that people laid down. I think it goes well, that's alright. You know, RPGs back in the day were not nearly as forgiving as some of the modern ones. And losing that entire guy there, just making it pretty slow. Swing, miss. Aha, I got him. Do you have to attack those things, or what? Whoops, that wasn't a good idea. This is going great. So let's see, what spells do we have here? Okay, so he does have spells. Blinds target for short time. Invitation. Cost 1 health stat. Damage non-line of sight. No. Pulls target forward. Health stamina transfer. We won't do that. So... okay, so just stand there. Regenerates health. It felt shameful. For a moment he had entertained the thought of running or turning about and never placing his life in harm's way again for people or things he cared about. He wished only to be away from the horrid spectacle, but the motionless form of his companion lay bleeding on the ground. He could not abandon his friend to certain death. So how do you pick up these guys then? And zap. Blood welled through Locklear's lips. Bested, he spit, clawing the ground uselessly as his life drained away. Beat him by a bunch of stupid things. So stupid, so damn stupid. It would be days before their bodies were found. That went well. Let's restore the game. There's a bookmark. So, I mean, that was pretty cool. So yeah, save often, I guess. Oh, we didn't lose that much time, but I forgot what the heck those things were there. We're gonna run into someone else, I think. But let's go talk to that guy again there. He had some information in the little hut. It was a lot faster to move around the world using that... dang it, I went to the map again. Using the mini-map. Man, this is so dark. Oh, there's a house. Oh, there's a guy again. What? Fine, we'll move on. Assassin was a mercenary, sure. Alright, he doesn't have any weird orbs with him this time, at least. Right, you're gonna go over here so we can actually give some room. Why does a single assassin attack at all three? Alright, I did have spells, didn't I? Yeah. But I can't cast the spells. Maybe I have to be further away. Yeah, there we go. So, let's cast a spell. Assume these are different schools or something you learn. Despair thy eyes. Blinds target for a short time. Pulls target forward, we don't want that. Oh, stamina transfer. We can try and blind the guy, why not? Woo! There we go. Now you can go up and hit him with the stick. Aha! Alright, to get in the hang of it now. Get supplies. There's that key. You can carry that. You can carry that. Doubt that what we just collected was better than what I have. It's just a sword that shows the how powerful or how much what should we call it? Durability of the item, probably. Ah yes, streaming old school RPGs. And you have a torch, a water bag. Fearing that an infection might be loose in the system, Owen attended to his various nicks and cuts with the content of the herbal pack. While it wouldn't make his wounds go away, it would be at least speed his healing. What's this? Ration. Spoiled. Nice. Rations. Laying the brown parcel aside, Owen carefully... My goodness, there's a lot of text and flavor text. I wonder if he can wear... Can he wear armor then? Yeah, he can. Okay, so he should wear that. Oh, that one's already broken, but I don't know if it actually causes any damage or if they lose more health by having less. I'm guessing it's just going to break and just need to put it on once it breaks, so it's fairly simplistic in that way, but I'm getting a hang of it now. We'll do another bookmark. I guess that's kind of like a quick save because it is a book. Get it? Go on the road again. Flying around. I think we're gonna run into that trap here soon too. Like to not. Those things, I did not like those at all. Oh, the Locklear noticed a circle of holes. Instantly taken over where common sense had failed him, he shouted for stillness. Don't move! In our daydreaming, we allowed ourselves to wander straight into a trap. Dang it. Oh. Whoop. There's those things again. So I'm gonna pull him. I think I have a spell for that. Invitation. There we go. Pulls target forward. Huh. This is a complicated spell system. Hello, Ethan. Welcome. We're just playing Betrayal at Krondor, which I had never played before, so you get to watch me bumble around here. So you have to pick how much it's going to cost. Oh, that's how far it can pull, I'm guessing. Come here. Ha-ha! Ha-ha! Take that. So do we have to actually break these things, or what? Can you just stand guard? So now we can run away. They ran. Owen cursed a tendency his feet had to find bumps and sinkholes, but he stumbled on, terrified of the notion he would never find safety, never have another moment in his life. Well, someone didn't wish to carve him up alive. It was a numbing thought, but he moved on until he reached his companions in safety. I didn't run, I just didn't know how to break those freaking things. If anyone knows, I guess, Joseph, you play this game, how do you break those orbs? Oh my goodness. Another trap? Same thing. How do you break these things? And really, how do you break these things? Huh. If I can't go past it, it's gonna just oh, I have to make it through, maybe? go here. Can I loot the body? Ow. Yeah. How the heck do you make it through these things? Zap. Any, go with all the key combinations here. Again, too bad I don't have the, no, run, assist, flee, okay. So there are grid, okay, that's helpful. Ah. You know. Aghast, said Gorath's lips as he levered himself into an upright position and looked over his wounds. I think I'll amend the plan, Gorath said. My wounds are mortal. You go on without me. Okay, let me do, not that. I'm gonna restore from the bookmark and try that again, because now I know how to get through that thing. So, bookmark cancelled. Restore game. Bookmark. Okay, there we go. Alright, now I know how to get through that thing without dying, so that should be helpful. Finally. Trying to travel here outside the road, but... Woo! And map. Now I can see where those things are going, so... That grid is very helpful. So now we'll pull that guy here again. We're getting there. We're getting there slowly, surely. Gift of Sung. We don't need that one. We need the... Get over here! Pulse target forward. Come here, and he's zapped. Aha. Okay, now we need to carefully navigate this frickin' thing to get out of here. Without walking into the actual thing. Oh, you're so dumb. Okay, apparently you gotta micromanage their movement. That didn't work out so well. Okay, you go like... Can't go further than that. Go here. You go here. You go here. You stand still and heal up a little bit, because that was just... pathfinding in these old games. The battle is won. Search the body for supplies. There we go. I keep pushing the map button after coming in there. Let's see, main. Ooh, nice sword there. And what's this? Mordehel brooch. By the look of it, the Malacat and Silver brooch had been meant to be a cloak fastener in the setting. Alright, nice. You take that. The sword looks better. Take that, and you get the armor. Let's take a look now and see. So this is a broadsword. So let's see, thrust, 0+ strength. This is a Mordehel lamprey. Thought I could look at the stats. More info. Boy, that is quite a lot more powerful. Base damage is higher, as is accuracy. Swing is... yeah, that's better. We'll equip that for now. Your armor's still good. And we're going to save now. Learning it the hard way. Save often. Trying to find the audio level because the... ooh, a farm. It's pretty cool graphics for the day. I mean, it's impressive. Going to camp out here soon. There's such a thing. I'm not sure if it gives you any benefit or not, or if you have to. The graphics are pretty cool for its day there. It looks like there's a little road up there. What does the map show? Okay, so that goes north. So that's Tursog. Probably try and camp there then, or go to the town. Whee! Gorath yawned. We need rest, he said, looking for a good place to camp. If we go much further without sleep, we might not be able to handle any unexpected surprises on the road. Fair enough. Go off the road here a little bit and camp down here. Oh, behind this little rock here. Yes, I know we need rest. We're gonna rest right here. Rest, camp until healed. That costs you rations, I'm guessing. There we go. And it's the next night already. Rested all day. RPGs. There's a main road, that might be nice. Anything down here? Feels like playing Doom with the map only and running around with a little guy. But then again, I keep clicking the map. If you look at the main viewer, it's kind of hard to tell what is what and where is where. And it sure is dark. Ooh, a nice waterfall. Look at that. There's a bridge here. It's probably a good sign or a bad sign, depending on who you ask. Nice graphics here, a little waterfall. It's like a pseudo 3D, you know. This is several years before Elder Scrolls Daggerfall, which went all bonkers with a full 3D world. Yeah, it's very dark aesthetic in general. Like, again, I can crank up the brightness, but this is basically what I'm seeing on the screen here. Alright, where's that town? Let's... Okay, I don't want to go that way. I want to go to the left up here. It's really hard to see. Rome. Oh. Is there a town here? Main. Alright, I clicked the right button. Yes, there's a town here. Let's get some supplies. An inn, maybe? A bell rang. No sooner had Locklear managed to get the door open than he found the shopkeeper was escorting him inside. 3 Hillman's Pawn. The shop was littered with cast-offs, forgotten trinkets, lost items which few would want or need to reclaim. Here it seemed tarnished and rust were the things that were prized, the crumbling items to which they clung of only secondary value. My goodness. A lot of flavor text. And awesome music here. Not that there's much music, but... Buy, sell. Alright. So I assume these keys give me something good to use. Can I sell stuff? Okay. How do I sell? Oh, it's so easy to... There we go. That just equipped it. So intuitive. Nope, let's just equip. Adventurine, what's that? Uncorking the mouth of the oilskin, Gorath poured out a small portion of the gold-flecked lacquer into his palm and examined it. Named after a type of impure brown glass common in Rillanon, it was ideal resin to use on crossbow strings when they began to lose their cohesiveness. Aha. So this is probably repair then. Locklear ran his forefinger lightly across the rough grain of the whetstone. While it wouldn't last him long, it would be useful in keeping the edge of his sword from deteriorating, so that repairs it then. Shovel, huh? It smelled awful, covered with a strange green mold. The implement was rickety, its fractured length held together with an assortment of rusty nails. However, it had been used recently and had seen better times. Fair enough. Loots, lockkeep, or pick locks. We already have the key. But I would really like to sell. Can you drag it down to the shop? There we go. We'll sell that broken one. I have no sense for such an item. Well, fine. How about some old rations? Fine, 1 royal. Oh, this thing. 37 sovereigns and 4 royals. Ooh, nice. You don't want my swords? How much does my armor have left here? Yeah, I don't want to sell the armor because I'll need it. You sure you don't want my sword? Gorath sighed. For a moment he thought he'd to discard his broadsword. His bulk wearisome for him to bear, and its value seemingly more dubious than what he'd acquired it. On the balance, however, he realized it would be utter madness to strip himself of his defenses at a time when he most needed them. They just go so deep with the flavor text there and like how they're explaining it. If we have anyone joining us late, we have 9 people now on, so welcome. We're playing Betrayal of Krondor, a game I have not played before, as is probably evident if you watch for more than a couple minutes now. Well, you get to listen to the jaunty music in the shopkeep while I pour myself another soda. Little flavor, or do an ad for it or something. Gotta have that pop and sizzle pouring sound of the soda. Classic. But I'm not gonna lie, it's like, yeah, this, again, many of these old games, before they kind of, not sort of standardized how RPGs are, because, I mean, I think Baldur's Gate, for me, was a revelation in how to play a role-playing game. And it was felt so alive, and it was so easy to move around the game, and there was a very deep rule set underneath it. But it played really easy, and you could go really deep in that game, and I mean, there were many other RPGs, but for me, that was the one that really just, like, opened up the RPG world. Alright, that's just a standard text when no one's at the house. The woman was on her way out. I really can't stop to talk, she said while tying an apron around her waist. My husband Ethan's just taken off on another of his scavenging trips for the 3 Hillmen, and I need to watch the place for him. He's always coming back with heaping armfuls of stuff that people have lost or just dropped places. Come by sometime. In a few moments, she had heard out of sight. Fine. Looks like the house is far away. No. Place is abandoned. Ooh, arrows. Well, I'll take that. Hopefully found a bow somewhere, or a crossbow. I didn't see anything on the, in the, shop. Luckler rapped on the tavern door. When it was apparent no one was coming to open up, Luckler shrugged. Well, it would seem the common folk have taken Prince Arutha's laws to heart. Doors only open from midday to midnight. He said with a sigh. But I suppose someone had to ensure the farmers weren't drinking when they should be out in the field. Sometimes he really takes all the fun out of life. So if I can only know what time it was right now. I could camp until, so I can go into the tavern. Whoa. A man stumbled outside. I'm Murray, town undertaker. Who's kicked it? He asked, then amended. I mean, who has departed to the other side? You don't sound as if you believe in life after death. The only thing lively going on in the graveyard is thanks to the living, he said with a chuckle. Only last month I was talking to the gravedigger who tends Lamutt's yard. Told me someone had gone into his yard and dug a new grave. He had no idea who was under the stone. Why doesn't he go and dig it up and see? Locklear asked. He tapped to the side of his head. He's afraid of shade will get him. Supernatural humbo, if you ask me. What's dead stays dead. Never seen a ghost in my life. Goodbye, gents. Is the tavern open now? No, I guess not. We'll wait. Also, midday. Whoa, it just doesn't confirm. There we go. They entered the cheery common room. As if grown from the floorboards himself, a middle-aged man appeared on the spot, and he showed them to the table set next to a roaring hearth. Hearth? I don't know. Hearth, yeah. Jeffrey, owner of this tavern, he said with a pleasant smile. Might I interest you in some food today? Yes. The tavern keeper smiled. Splendid, he said. What would you like? Well, that was easy. Well, we'll take these rations. Can we haggle? Although it was immediately obvious the shopkeeper had no desire to haggle on the price, Locklear pressed on, praying that his natural charm would win him a cheaper price. For a short time it seemed that the victim's will was eroding, but at last shopkeeper rapped sharply on the counter. Enough, the shopkeeper said. Buy my price or be off with you. Fine. It's yours. There with party. So, what's this ration? Owen gaped in astonishment as he clawed through the bountiful mound of fruit. Fresh blackberries, swollen with juice, nearly bursting. Golden apples, still wet with morning dew. Excuse me. Grapes piled high in alternating clumps of green and purple. Nearly a banquet fit for royalty. A handful of it would certainly last him at least a day. Fine, we'll buy that then. It's yours. I'll buy a couple more of those. Ale. Boy, there's just like, you can tell it was, you know, written by an actual author in that sense, where like they really went in on the, I mean, it plays like a tabletop in that sense, with the amount of flavor text here. Oh, we don't need any more than that. So I was hoping that the tab room would give me, like, you know, information or something, but nope. Oops, can I... 5 resins. Okay. So we will keep going until the next town. At least now it's daytime, I'm gonna have to see something. Bird chirping. That is not the way I wanted to go. Vroom. Can you zoom out? Yeah. Let's see. Do we see anything interesting here? Block will struggle to make sense of it all. As the enemy advanced, the concentration wasn't too... we saw it already, so it's just a normal attack. There we go. Now we're talking. The music was in a better place with the game audio. So let's see. You can guess a spell. Blinds target for short time. Blind! Haha! Now we actually have quite a few people here to deal with, so... try and just smack one guy down if we can. Whoa! Hey! We're fast, too. Can't, like, position yourself and attack at the same time. At least I'm missing that. You get to hold these guys off here. That other guy's blinded. Oh, he's back. Miss. Thud. Smack. Fine, we'll all just try and take one guy down. That guy's fleeing. Ting. They're all fleeing. What the... Come back here. Oh, we got him. Get any hang of it. Whiff. Whiff. And he fled. Got him now. Boy, there's a lot of missing going on. 63% accuracy. I assume that goes up as they level up and whatnot, but... kind of getting into it now, I guess, because they're like, hey, whoa, come back here, dude. I'm not done beating the crap out of you. Jeez it. Whoop, 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 whoop. The battle is won. Search the body for supplies. I keep clicking the map. What do you got? Ooh, lots of cash. Nice. Take that. I better check the... Yeah, we're gonna save. We're going to save. Well, I like this. I mean, man, you gotta think back to what time it was, right? So this was like 91 to 93. Again, the game came out in 91 and then re-released on CD-ROM in 93. This was pretty involved as far as like a role-playing world. It's pretty dang cool. Let's see, you have 10 there. Can I use? Yeah, always save. That's what I'm learning the hard way now. Okay, so you can actually use the whetstone to... It wasn't as bad as you thought. Not wishing to make the error of rash decisions, he double-checked the Moor to Hell lamprey for anything he missed, but it was in good repair as he knew how to make it. Nice little flavor text there as well. Because I certainly remember seeing this in magazines now. Like, at least the... What's that down there? A gnome? Or is the... Oh, it's the actual... You can actually see them in the world like that. Oh, we're gonna charge right into battle. Haha! That's pretty cool. You can actually see them on the map there. You cannot cast spells because you are lame. Wappo! I do like how they kind of slide around. The grid does help a lot. This makes it feel like Heroes of Might and Magic. Whap! Boy, those sound effects when we're hitting are really like, you know, punch the meat style. Kablam! I used to swing, but it's just the accuracy so low. It's like they're having a hard time hitting as it is. Just missing all the time. Which helps, I guess. I don't have much defense yet or anything. I can't really do anything. Except just keep swinging away. How many RPGs start with, like, you know, oh no, we're hunted and we need to escape from an assailant or someone's trying to get us. Yeah, it's fascinating to watch. I remember watching, they probably were. I think I've seen a lot of the behind the scenes on. He was alive, unsure whether it was skill or luck that had won them the fight. Locklear set aside his weapon, though he allowed his dead opponent a wide berth while he checked on Gora's welfare. He needed no further excitement for the day. That was fine. I think that's what they did a lot of the time, is that they literally were like just punching stuff. Meat above all. I remember watching one for like Disney movies way back, and they used like, you know, a metal sheet to simulate thunder, and you know, they had rice in like a barrel to make the rain sound effect, and it's just a lot of cool behind the scenes tricks, and I thought that was always really neat and how they made all that stuff. I'm gonna save again. I'm getting paranoid now. But I'm learning as I'm going here now that what things are just killing us. But that's pretty helpful to see the actual... I mean, yeah, it's not, you know, real time. You're moving by clicking. Can I use... yeah. Easier to use the arrow keys here, but I can look around the forest. Seems like every time I move, it, you know, takes time units, if that makes sense. Let's see on the map where we are now. What's in here, then? L'Oreal, we should probably visit that town too. Spin around. And it's getting dark again. Can you ever sleep in the taverns? That would be nice. And I clicked the map again. But yeah, with these, like the meaty sound that this punch here has here, I wouldn't be surprised that they're actually punching real meat. Private residence. Nope. Nothing interesting. Private residence. No, I'm not reading those because it's just the same generic text on a lot of these here. Private residence. Nope. Private residence, alright. Shop was closed. They'll come back for business tomorrow. Locklear stay with destination. We'll just have to catch them before sundown. Shop was unkind. Nope. So we're gonna have to camp here then? There's no place to sleep? Even money says this tavern. Boy, there's like, can't you sleep anywhere here? Fine, we'll just camp until morning then. Right here in town. Woo! I do like the fact that the timer just flies by. It doesn't give any confirmation. It rest X number of hours like you see in so many. Tavern. This was a shop, right? Alright. Kingdom's Goods. The lay of the goods store was comfortably familiar, arranged in such a common sense fashion that it took only a few moments for Locklear to locate the items which interested him. There's a lot more stuff in that picture than is actually purchasable here. Two-handed broadsword. Whoa. Rope. Light bowstring. Herbal pack. Ale cask. Alright. Strategies of trading. Though the book had been bound in fine leather, it had been ill-treated in the time since it left the scribe's hands. Numerous parchment pages were dog-eared, others smeared with grease or oil, some pages were half-torn, others were missing altogether. All hallmarks of an oft-used book. Maybe they'll let me sell some of my stuff here. I can offer only 2 sovereigns and 4 rolls. That's fine. Just extra. I'll take it, just to get some extra cash. Really? From a Sound IDs Series 6000. That sounds like a made-up product name from like Futurama or something, but what's the... I'm not familiar with that. Is that a just a collection of sound effects or something that they used? 89%. Sell this. A couple of those. Give you that. Sell this. Carrying a lot of junk here. armor situation. Oof. Sell that too. I'm sure we'll run into more. Gotcha, so just a sound collection basically, but... Is the spoiled ration? Yeah. Oh, alright. 1 royal for spoiled rations, why not? This then. Rations. Rations. Can I not stack those? Guess not. Alright. Give him 3 there. Give him the 3. 7. Fine. Alright. Wasn't there another shop here somewhere? That was a tavern. Go in there next. Private residence. This is the only shop. Oh, there was 2 shops there. I must have gotten spun around or confused. No, they're not. Tavern really is specifically for food, apparently. There's another guy to fight there. Another one. Boy, there's a lot of them. Can you go in the middle here? Go to the side here and take care of this guy. Yeah, there we go. Oh my. Whew. Ow. Hit me pretty hard there. We will surround one guy and just beat the ever-living daylights out of him if we can. Whiff. Ding. And it's like, it just, the sound effects are like, they're good, but then, again, that like, hit sound stands out because it's just like so massive. Right, we got one guy. Whammo! You fight this guy. Biffo. Got him. Ding. Oh no! Oh, it's really cheesing it. Come here. Come back! We're not done beating the snot out of you. Gotcha. Haha. Just want your stuff. Locklear blinked. For a long moment he stared at his dead opponent, pulse pounding in his veins as he waited for yet another to come on, teeth bared or blade flashing. But instinctively he knew they had won this fight. They were safe for the moment. The party's accuracy and melee abilities increased. Alright, that's probably helpful so they can actually hit. Because that's been a problem so far. Oh, that's not what I wanted. It's fairly intuitive, I mean, and how to play it and everything. It's not horrible. Certainly played better and certainly played worse. Take all the cash. You can carry that. That's not what I wanted. Okay, so then let's see what the last one had. Food. Your party. Whetstones, or... There's enough room for it. Well, you carry it then. Doesn't look like there's an actual encumbrance system. It's just that it fills up their inventory space. Then you'll have to go sell. I don't even know where I'm heading. I'm just general walking around, so you get to play, or watch me play 2 hours of walking simulator with some occasional fighting and going to towns. But I think there's a lot of stuff probably hiding around in the forest and they can do. But, you know, you can only do so much with the graphical. And we're running on the highest detail. And I will say this runs beautifully on this P166 because I was afraid that being in a really old DOS game, it would have a heck of a time running in this fast of a manner. Ooh, there's something interesting there. Main, I did not... there's a little hut there. Hello. Private residence. A piece of paper dangled from the doorknob. At all costs, travelers should avoid contact with Orno, known widely as Orno the Pale. Owen read aloud. A contagion of unknown proportions already led to the illness of 3 people. Avoid any contact with. The door swung open. Him. Owen straightened himself as a haggard-looking man in his mid-20s appeared in the doorway, his face covered with a bloody handkerchief. You are Orno? Yes, he wheezed through his handkerchief. And you are on my doorstep. Get away before you get yourself infected. What's wrong with you? The man shook his head. Don't know. Doctors don't know. Priests don't know. Nobody knows. Only persons that survived is Michelle the healer. But she's away as often L'Oreal. I see, Locklear said. Well, we'll be off now. Sorry to bother you. Again, the man nodded. As sure you will be, as sure of it. Oh, no. No one wished to speak about it. Seeing the glazed looks in each other's eyes and sickly pallor each had begun to exhibit, it was more than obvious they had fallen prey to a violent plague. Silent and Locklear hoped they would reach a temple soon before they all died of it. Well, that's a good thing. How long ago did we save? Let's see. So, I need to find a major town then. Hawks Hollow, maybe? Or these things, the major? Well, we'll find a temple here soon. I'm guessing these white ones are probably the major ones. The quick question is how quick we can make it there. Speed up. Gora stopped and bent down to examine something on the ground. After several seconds, he stood and began to speak. There are wagon tracks on the ground here, but something's not right. They look fairly old, but the marks are too thin. Ordinary wagon wheels are about, say, 6 inches. These couldn't be wider than 3. There could be an ambush ahead. If we proceed in the direction we're currently heading, we should do so with great caution. Well, I don't have a choice. I gotta get to... Ah, there we go. Pebble tumbled down the cliff face. Puzzled by a seemingly random event, Gorath glanced upward and back down at the ground. On Clork's examination, he realized the pebble was in fact a very dull brass button. Before he could cry out, ambushes fell from above. Oh no, one guy, whatever will we do? We'll cast a spell on you. Not the invitation. Sung, no. Spare thy eyes! Take that! You're now blind. Enjoy. Wappo. Wappo, miss. That sound effect never gets old. It was probably like a pack of pre-made sound effects, I'm guessing. Well, that was one ambusher. Ooh, melee ability increased. Nice. Accuracy. It was, you know, ooh, it's this nice armor. Oops, getting pretty full here now. This is probably better armor. Elven armor. Armor mod 25%. So what's this? 15%. Oh yeah, we're wearing this now. And then cash, but I don't think I have enough room for a sword. Well, he can carry that. There we go. Okay, we need to find a temple before we die of the plague, apparently. So, you know, surprise, you have the plague. I'm going to save a new save game. Because, just in case we die of the plague. Let's see where we're heading. So that's the maximum zoomed out. So this came out, at least in my little quick research, and someone correct me, that's a tree. 1991, I want to say, the first one. And then 1993, I think it was re-released, or at least 92 or something. But 93 it was released on the CD-ROM. So 93, I guess, is the year we can say. But I could have sworn I saw earlier online that it was released earlier on floppies, and then the CD-ROM edition was a later one. Yeah, epic fantasy role-playing from the mind of Raymond E. Feist, now with exciting multimedia features. Digitally mastered original CD soundtrack for enhanced sound on all music scores. Exclusive interview with Feist on the creation of fantasy novels and the making of Betrayal of Krondor. Complete hint guide to help you battle through mid-leukemia. I don't really need that, because, boy, this game is not super kind to you, it seems like. This was on the request. Joseph, you're still on here. I saw your request on Twitter there. I just asked that, like I had a game in mind. A bird shot into the sky. Searching the landscape for source of animals' discomfort, Gorath whispered, I think we might do well to pay attention to that little creature. Whatever startled it may be close at hand. If we continue in the direction we're currently headed, I suggest we do so with great caution. Great, another ambush. That's fine. Hasn't stopped me yet. I'll go this way then. Don't move. There's something very not right about the ground before us. Yeah, whoops. We're not going to do those things again. We are going to blind you, though. I like the blinding. No, not invitation. That's not what I wanted. I'll just drag him here, I guess. Come here, you. I had a game in mind, which I'll probably stream next time instead, but I just threw it on Twitter. It's like, you know, if anyone has suggestions, I'm open to it too, because I honestly don't often decide the game ahead of time. I do sometimes, but otherwise I might just think of it the day of or the day before. So if people have suggestions, specific ones they want me to stream, just let me know and I'll see if I can make it happen. So I'm always open to suggestions. 93. Okay, Sound Ideas came out in 92, gotcha. Because it wouldn't surprise me if they used a similar collection. These sounds are certainly not, you know, they sound pretty canned, so alright, now we're gonna make it out of here alive, of angering the lightning ball gods. There we go, battle was won. These fights aren't very difficult so far. Click the map again, that's just where I want to go apparently. Main, let's see. Just gotta make it to town and sell my junk now. Take a look at my inventory. See how our armor's holding up. 55, 79. Yeah, not running out of stuff yet, so... So, we kinda need to make it to a temple. And it's dark again. Another ambush. No, no. One single guy. Whatever will we do? Where's the blind one again? That's the pull one, isn't it? Yeah. Spare thy eyes. You're now blind. We still cannot hit you. Because we are lame. It's the only guy with the staff that hits him. And I feel that there's probably a ton in this game I'm just flying by. It's probably a very deep game, especially what I read about it, that you're kind of given a carte blanche on what you want to do and how you want to accomplish the mission or whatever. You can run around and do basically whatever in that sense, or within the limitations of the game, obviously. But I was hoping that taverns would have like side quests or information. So far, the only one we found was that scribe's hut that wanted help, and that was the only one so far. But I stayed pretty much to the road, too. Now I'm mostly concerned about curing my plague. So I have a feeling that's not going to play out in my favor if I ignore it. Whiff, whiff, whiff. Come on. You can do it. Come on, hit, dang it. Whap. Cling. No, the betrayal has not happened. Not really, no. You're not missing much in the story. It's just running around the road and just billion ambushers, and we're smacking all the ambushers. That's basically what it comes down to. Whap! Haha, I got him. And every time these ambushers are trying to run for their lives, we just kill them on the way out. Party's abilities have increased. I just leveled up. Alright. Hopefully before we die out the plague. Looting. Rations. We'll take that. Give all. Oh my. Yeah, I'm out of space now, so I'm going to have to camp soon, but I'd like to make it to the next town so we can sell some junk. Let's see, where's the next town here? Did I miss it? That's right there. I'm literally on top of it. Hawks Hollow. We need rest, I know. Maybe I was hoping I could rest in town, but it doesn't seem like to let you do that. Click the map yet again. I need attention from a temple soon, I know! Found an inn. A temple here. Ooh, that's a temple. It looks like a temple. That's a tavern. Dang it. That was not a temple then. Oh well. I'm gonna sleep at an inn, I guess. Lockley pushed the door open. As he passed through, he noted a lack of a door latch. A sign the inn was likely chartered by the local lord to ensure the safety of travelers. Hopefully it would also mean the inn's furnishing would be suitable. The Dusty Dwarf Inn. Except for a thin strip of floor that led between the door, the counter, and the stairs, a grey cowl of dust coated the inn's fixtures. The patrons of the inn seemed similarly stagnant as they glanced up lazily from their mugs of ale and brandy. The Nightmaster looked tired. 7 sovereigns for the night, he grumbled. Though if you louse my bed, I'll charge you double. We turn you out at sunrise. Oh, and there's a chamber pot in the corner if you need it. Shall I sign you up for the night? Yes. Leckler settled at the account. Rooms upstairs, the Nightmaster said. Have a good rest. Oop, he's 0. The room was cramped. Shrugging, Owen stepped over snoring bodies and selected a spot of floor which looked like it might be comfortable for the night. While Gora squeezed into a bed already occupied by 3 disheveled-looking men. Other Romans are traveling, Owen said with a chuckle. Leckler smiled. Still feeling lightheaded from the well-earned sleep, he waited patiently as the Nightmaster stirred from his office behind the counter. You seem to be in a good mood, the man said, picking up the guest register. Leckler replied only by nodding non-committingly, knowing the innkeeper might increase his rates if he seemed too pleased with the service. Seeing as how you slept so well, how about another night? The Nightmaster asked. And just to show you how generous I am, I'll keep the same rate, 7 sovereigns per night. What do you say? Yes. I'm about dead. Rooms upstairs. Have a good night. Yeah, they're all... I think I'm gonna die here now. Because I need to find a temple, and I don't know where one is. If that was a temple, that would be great, but that's a tavern. Looks like the plague thing is just killing me slowly. Shop of some kind. Found an inn. That's where I was. That all the buildings are here. There's no temple. No temple at all. The building at the back there I can't see. Oh, is that where I was? Private residence. Any temples here? Temples? Any temples where we bleed to death? Nope. Unless it was in the manual, how would you know this? Where the temple was? So yeah, that was a good chance, but nope. So do I have to make it to the big town? Make a run for Lamut, I guess. And see if we can make it there. Or bleed out. Whoa! Asteroids there, flying around. Uh-oh. Problem now is if I take like a 1 hit, I'm gonna die. I run? I think we made it. I'm gonna run from every fight now. Ah! And he's dead. Can I run? No. And I run while he's laying there dead. Well, this is a pickle. And he's dead. I think that might be the betrayal happening in real time. The plague got us, not the betrayal. And, yeah, he's out. Goroth gasped. Pain sapping his strength, he was unable to rise from the ground, but dimly he perceived his attacker moving closer, perhaps to finish him off, perhaps for some other less savory purpose. Bastard, Locklear whispered, his vision beginning to dim. Limbs cracked by curse you. Death came swiftly. And that's it. Oh. We'll try one more time. I think we have a save from before the plague. So apparently don't go to that house. We're just gonna like just book it now through this whole area because I don't want to do all that junk again. We're gonna just fly through so we can get there. Oh my goodness, a lot of guys here. Yeah, I see what they read a tip for this, like, you know, to play this game, and they said to save often, and they weren't kidding. But if you get the plague, what the heck are you gonna do? Goodness. Did we get him? Yeah. capo. We fly around here. Seems to work better if you just concentrate on one guy. And it's, you know, there's sometimes, so you're playing these older games where if you don't have nostalgic feelings for it, it's not quite the same, because a lot of the game mechanics that you're so used to on a more modern game are lacking. Not saying this is an impressive game and cool for the time for sure, but it would be hard to come in like I'm doing now, just blank and playing, because I do remember seeing pictures of this. Not to say that the party-led, like, first-person dungeon crawler style game is my forte, but it's more of an uphill climb to enjoy it, I suppose. But I'm very impressed by how deep the... Dang it. The guy just died. So much whiffing. Ah. My wounds are mortal. Take the cash. Oops. I'm gonna leave the rest because that's getting kind of tiring to just carry everything. Here, we'll just do this. Here with party. And we might do, what I like to do with heavy games is do some kind of palate cleansing after this, so we can play something that's a little lighter fare, perhaps, to get a little bit of a break from this heavy-duty RPG. Just gonna fly here now. We're not going to that hut. Go away, hut. I'm not going to talk to you again. I don't want to get the plague. Yes, we know there's an ambush here. Why don't we rest? We'll mourn. The one guy. At least I can cast a spell on him now. Nope, this one. Yeah, the combat's getting a little, droll now. It's got almost a JRPG style to it there, and you gotta do the full turn-based every time. I believe there's auto-combat, but the guide I read said definitely do not do the auto-combat. It's very poor, apparently, so... Hopefully it doesn't swing at Locklear. He's got 1 health. It feels like a lot of the older RPGs went more for realism. And I say realism, of course, in a fantasy setting, but they tried to make it, you know... You might have had hunger or... of course, tiredness, things like that, and they try to really make you feel like you're playing a tabletop. Whap. Clink. Clink. Alright. Got him. Click the main button correctly this time. Let's see what he has. Ooh, good armor, too. We will leave this here, and you get that armor. What? Can I not drop this here? Can't grab that. Okay, well then, can you take that? Oh, I see. You automatically equip that, so... I'll have to do some shuffling here in a second. Grab the gold, and then we will do this. You'll give that to him. Give that to you. How's that? Everyone happy? Here, grab this sword instead. Okay. Save over that one again, even though he has 1 health left. And we're going to try and hightail it to a location with a temple. Run! There's going to be an ambush again here soon. Yep. I'm not going to go on those things. And you can cast a spell. heal that guy? No. This is a health stamina transfer. These all cost stamina to cast, so I don't think I'm gonna do that. You only have 1 health, so miss. Go down here. I'm gonna use a spell to hold this guy back because he doesn't want to move. Ta-da! Don't go in the lightning thing, please. And he's down. Oh boy. Come on, we can do it. Whiff, whiff, whiff. There we go. Leave him behind. Okay. Just want to get to the temple. I assume that's what I need then to... Yes, I know there's wagon tracks. Great for you, but I don't think we can avoid the... and it's an ambush. I'll let you heal up around there. You can... I mean, you might as well try and hit. He's very weak, but... kind of helping, I guess. Oh, he has a very low chance of hitting. Looks like it was like, what, like 2% something? Wow. Yeah, 4 damage, 7% accuracy because he's like mortally wounded basically. Cheese it! Go back! Give me 1 square. And he's out of here. Oh well. Bye. I'll look at it on the map now. Let's go in for the Sarth here, or at least Lamut then. We'll just go straight west. Basically gone a huge circle around this big mountain. Yeah, I think we're gonna cut out in this. Let's see. Locklear smile. Although the approaching man seemed half a hand shorter for the passage of 11 years, his halting stride was still personal to him as a signature. Ages past, Isaac had suffered his limb proudly, worn it like an injury sustained on a field of battle, and for that he had gained the respect and admiration of Krondor's young squires, Locklear among them. His tragic expulsion from Arutha's court had been a blow to them all.
I thought I recognized you.
Oh my, there was even a little audio clip there. Don't you recognize me? The years have worn you well, old squire, despite the fact that seems you have darkened your hair a bit. What did you do? Stick your head in a barrel of pitch? Scoundrel, I would have thought you strung up for impersonating a duke by now. How are you, Isaac? It's been since Arutha's wedding, hasn't it? The very day, you should have heard the fit master of ceremonies De Lacy through when he found out I was the Count of Dorgan's son. I dare say he would have tossed me over the palace walls himself if he hadn't been busy with the details of the blessed event. I've kept busy since then, spent the last few years on the road doing odd jobs along the border. You'd be surprised at all the things I've learned and seen since I've left Krondor. Surprises me then, you always were a rumor monger. Well, what would you like to know about? Traps. For whatever reason, someone has gone to a great deal of trouble to make certain we stay clear of the eastern side of the Orsanes. We found traps on the road leading east. You assume these traps were laid for you. Perhaps they were laid there to prevent someone in the east from slipping west. I can't see any real advantage in keeping someone out of Hawk's Hollow or L'Oreal, but I can see a very definitive advantage of keeping someone out of Lamut. I think you would be better advised to move south and west, away from whoever's laying them out. Seems like I've heard of Hawk's Hollow before. If you've heard anything about it lately, I imagine it was a warning not to spend the night there. It was a nice little village until the Prower moved in that they named Smokefingers. I smell a quest. Isn't a lock in town he hasn't found a way to get past. I've just returned from a military assignment and it's imperative that I get to south as soon as inconspicuously as possible. Are there any places you think we should avoid? At all costs, you'll want to avoid the road from Egli to Tanners. There's a festival to be held in Egli, and it's likely your elven companion would be spotted right away. What makes you think we're off to Krondor? Elves don't come out much of Elevendor, and they are even less likely to travel in company of a boy and a Signor when they do take to voyaging. Whatever the three you're about, I assume it must involve the good of Kingdom. Krondor would be the only logical place for you to go. Oh my. Mind readers. These roads seem littered with these anxious to anticipate our movements. Do you know of anyone in this area that seems to have unusual skills? Someone who has seemed like they know your thoughts? No, for a fact, I can't say that I have, but a certain poker player that I lost a great deal of money to in Egli comes to mind, name of Devon, I believe. It took me quite a while to make up the funds I lost during a single night playing against him. He's very nearly took every sovereign I've made in a month's time. As much as I would like to stand out about gossiping, I suppose we three need to hie back to the road before Prince Arutha sends out a search party for us. Yeah, in this case, for the lore here, and this is an actual author who wrote a book series that actually wrote this game, I think, more or less, or like wrote all the dialogue, because I mean it reads like a book for sure. The prince is expecting you then. Please send his highness my regards. I shall. Take care of yourself, Isaac. You want to come along? I could use another. So I have a feeling you should probably have gone this way first. Go directly east instead of this way around that I did. Yeah, we might save here and then do some palate cleansing, like a shooter or something, to just clear out a little bit, because it is a heavy game, and I feel it's one of those games you got to play for hours and hours and hours to truly appreciate. So yes, I would like to exit to DOS. So what else do we have on this machine? I don't remember now. We have a lot of stuff on here. I think I put. Yeah, we're going to play some Duke 3D, but we're not going to play with the enhanced audio right now because I don't have the emulation thing set up. So, okay, we're all 32 music card. That's what I changed. 620 through 30. Make sure the audio isn't too crazy here now. Yep, we got the classic Duke. With the all 32 sound. Make sure the audio is not too loud. A little weird, the sound effects are all odd there because of the way I have the channels on this. I have a like a 4.1 surround system thing, that, or 5.1 from Cambridge Soundworks, and I don't have all the speakers hooked up, so. Save and launch. Duke, excuse me. The screen is right here now. Doesn't get more classic than that. A little loud. I think I probably cranked the music on this one when I was testing with the yeah. There we go. Fine-tune that. I'm getting the hang of the audio stuff, finally. We just gotta do the first stage. It's just too classic.
Damn, those alien bastards are gonna pay for shooting up my ride.
Fix the screen. Turn it down a little bit. There we go. That's true. At least the theme, but here again, I keep saying it all the time, right? It's like, I feel like a high speed Pentium 1 machine is a fantastic DOS machine and has Mighty Foot engaged. Oops. I gotta remember all the buttons too. That gives you access to all these games that I can run at full speed at high resolutions if you so desire. Just gives you so many options. But if you want one machine that can do most things, I still probably encourage a, you know, a 133 or faster, basically Pentium machine, and then you're pretty much set for a lot of stuff. I feel, anyway. Now, it's always fun to have multiple machines that do multiple things, but if you want one machine, fine. Whoops. Where are you, douche? There we go. Splato. Teleported right for your death. Yeah, I mean, I think everyone probably enjoyed Duke so much because there's so much interactivity. You could do so much in the game. Like, you come from Doom, which was, you know, cool, but you couldn't really interact much with the world. It was so revolutionary for just the game mechanics. Come get some. Yeah, the shotgun. How much you could interact and do in the world was just unparalleled for the time. Splato. It's funny, I'm sure plenty of people know all the secrets on this one, but I played this game through, believe it or not. It's not many games I do that, but I did play it through. But I didn't find nearly all, like, the secrets, because this game is littered with secrets. Because I think there's a secret here, you can go through the shaft, and... Of course, there's the, you know, naughty movie playing here. E-card. It's quite a contrast here to, but yeah, I mean, I think Return to Krondor, or Betrayal of Krondor is a Return to Krondor too, isn't it? Again, impressive game, but it's just, you gotta really, okay, so he authored the Rift 4 series. Yeah, that's based on what I was seeing there. That's what I heard too. I read about it, that it was actually canon, and if you... Didn't they release a book version of the game later, as far as, like, at least what I read online, so... I was quite impressed by the mechanics in the game, and how much you could do. And again, I think that world is just ripe for exploration, if you have the patience, and more than 2 hours to play it. And especially, of course, if you have nostalgic feelings for it. But, that's impressive. I think we can shoot our way in here, too. Yep, there we go. Jetpack. Damn, I'm looking good. Oh, Duke. Which is a jetpack here. I think there's a secret up here somewhere. Got the jetpack. Yep. Oh, I'm getting low on health now. I don't think I even got all the secrets, but here we are. Wham! I missed 3 secrets there. I don't think I went to the arcade at all. Started the stage here with pretty low health. Whoa, way low health. This sucks.
Cool.
I don't know, I just got a huge kick out of how, you know, quote-unquote realistic this game world was, and how much stuff you could do. And if you haven't played it, the Ion Fury, I think I mentioned it before, is a great homage, or, you know, a modern game made with the build engine. It's just phenomenal so far. Well, maybe I'll stream that sometime. It's, you know, it's a modern game, but where are you coming from? And teleporter. Ouch. Hit pretty hard here. unlocked. That was easy. Could use some health right about. Ow. Good grief. Lost my Duke chops. Going right along here. Guess you would have had. I would have survived. I had my weapon still. Groovy. So, the Return to Krondor, is that a direct sequel then? Or is that just a different part of the universe? Because I saw that. Whoa. These are, of course, the private booths. Yeah, and Red Light District, so, you know, they lean in pretty heavy on that aspect of the game. Good back room here, obviously. Bathroom. I was watching, LGR just did a little video on a, Duke 3, like, oh goodness, like compilation CD, and it had, like, you know, just a ton of different WADs, or not WADs, but add-ins, things like that, that had different stages that people had made. A lot of them were, you know, houses and things like that, because everyone that was making stages back in the day, they were probably... Boy! Woo! There was a guy shooting me there, too. Add on back. There you go. You're right. Alright, we'll call it good with Duke there, but... What else do we have on here? Something quick and dirty. We've played a lot of games on this machine now. Tried mini games, too. And this is the one we spend a lot of time with the MIDI and all that good stuff, but... Do I have... Do I need a CD for this? I don't think so. I think it just runs. Now I'm just hopping games, obviously, and I don't want to throw any shade on that game or whatever. It's really impressive. See, it's probably looking for the CD. Yeah. Maybe just the intro on the CD. File error. Yeah, I don't have the CD. It requires the CD to play this game, so... So I did download all of... if we actually reboot and go exit... I turn down the volume a lot, because I think the Windows 95 volume goes just through the freaking roof for some reason. Fix that. There we go. Not sure why, but Windows 95 volume is just way, way, way louder than the DOS volume. I'm not going to play anything else, but I just want to show quick the Exodus collection that now is available. I put it on my Retro NAS so I can get to it easily from this machine too, and I can unzip directly on this machine as well, or any of the other machines. Boy, that got really wonky there. Easy way to do is to open a edit window or something, or and then do the reset of the video, and it goes back to the normal. Reduce the brightness a little bit there too, because that's really bright. There we go. It looks more like Windows 95 we all know and love. I'll say, but yeah, then having all the Exodus collection is pretty nice, because yeah, there's, you know, 7,000 DOS games now that are properly extracted and collected. See, no audio now? Alright. Trying to write one down? That's alright, because usually it's just stupendously loud when I boot up Windows 95 with the music in there. I was playing some mod files. But if I go to my NAS here now, and the share games and Exodus. There we go. So here then are all the zip files, and it's going to take a while to inventory this because Windows 95 and a P166 is not exactly, you know, super fast at inventorying these 7,000 files sitting here. So I kind of wish it was alphabetized, or at least, or is alphabetized obviously, but so it doesn't know what these are. I think I did install 7-zip on here. Yeah, so I can extract them if I wanted to with 7-zip, but then this gives you a pretty good indication of these are all the games that are on here in this Exodus collection, and these are all curated, fixed games that often include like the actual manual and everything. So they're clean versions of these games, which means at this point you can play every DOS game ever. And if you want to with Exodus, you can download it to your modern machine, which is what I did originally. You can just, it has auto installers for everything for DOSBox, so you can just click a button and run these games straight up on your modern machine with pre-configured with the best configuration that they can run. They were trying to make as complete as they can on DOS a good workable way to play all these games. So I mean, there's just so much in here, and I think that's going to set me for quite a while. I think, and they released updates to it too. I think this was the Exodus 5.0, and they'll probably keep throwing in more stuff in there too. That's just overwhelming amount of games. But if there's a game you can think of that's probably in here in this collection, including the Betrayal, and then Return to Krondor as well, I'm sure is in here. Which I'm not sure then again if that is a, I don't know, alphabetized. There we go. Return to Krondor wasn't on here. Maybe not. Oh, Retro City Rampage, that's pretty fun. Someone made a recent game. Retro City Rampage is kind of like an homage to old school games, but it's a top-down, like, kind of GTA style. And he made a version of that for DOS, actually. That fits on one floppy. It stripped out the audio, unfortunately, which was kind of unfortunate, but he wanted to get it all into one floppy, so that's why he did that. But he programmed a modern game to run on a 486, which is pretty cool. So I have to try that sometime. Maybe stream that. There's just so many to choose from here. I mean, basically just every DOS game you can think of in a clean way. Just pretty flippin' impressive, I have to say. They crammed all this in here, and it's clearly a work of love over many people that have worked on it. So, but yeah, I probably going to start out a game now. That was a good, heavy RPG evening, so thank you for the suggestion, Joseph. If you guys have other suggestions, I'm definitely open to listen to them as well. Otherwise, I usually just pull a new game out of my behind every week to play. If something I remember fondly or something I want to try. Trying to be a little careful with the heavy on the text games because I read so much, and I'm sure if it gets boring just listening to me rambling on or reading a lot, but that can be fun too. But there's a lot of games I look through here, and it's just so many games I have wanted to play, never got around to it. I think one thing we haven't played really is Flight Simulator as much. I've seen through a few in here. Static, I remember those. Were groundbreaking when they came out, but boy were they hard. Just so many games. And the fact you then have the original computers to run this on makes it more appealing for me, obviously. But anyway, thank you very much for hanging out with me again tonight. Well, we might have to do Master of Orion 1 because Master of Orion 2 is what I played, so Master of Orion 1 is very different. So we may have to go with that strategy game there. That's a good suggestion, Brian. Moo 1, so Master of Orion 1. I do have the box for that one. It's the collectors, not collectors, but the re-release on CD-ROM, which came later. Which I played this a little bit right, and it plays very different from Moo 2. Moo 2 is much more Civ and space than this felt like it was. So anyway, yeah, maybe we'll try this next week. So I appreciate you guys hanging out tonight, and I hope you guys had a happy New Year and happy holidays. And I should be back to normal streaming on Thursdays now going forward, just a little different with the holidays and everything. So hope to see you next week again, and have a good one. Good night.